Tensions in Ukraine continue to run high. Ukraine accused Russia on Saturday of sending thousands of additional troops to the southern Crimea region. It said its military in the region was on high alert. U.S. President Barack Obama has warned Russia against military intervention. The situation in Ukraine may have an impact on the security of Croatia's airspace, according to some military experts. Croatia's small fleet of MiG-21 aircraft are being overhauled in Ukraine. The 12 fighter jets were due for delivery 6 months ago, but repairs and refurbishing in Odessa is taking longer than expected, the Ministry of Defense reports. Labor Minister Mirando Mrsić addressed today the controversial new labor law which prompted protests by unions over the past week. In a radio interview, the minister acknowledged that dialogue between the government and unions on the issue had broken down, but said that they were to blame. Mrsić cited the example of Slovenia, where he said unions had agreed to much more rigorous labor law reforms. He also denied that Croatia's law was based on the German model, as some critics have claimed. Croatia's economy continues to sink. The latest data released by the State Statistics Bureau indicate that GDP declined for the 9th consecutive quarter. The results are worse than expected. The economy contracted by 1.2% in the final quarter of 2013, which means the economy shrunk by 1% last year. Along with Greece, Croatia is the only EU country which hasn't been able to generate economic growth since 2009. Deputy Prime Minister Branko Grčić claims the private sector is to blame. As long as investment remains weak in the private sector, it will be very difficult to make any progress, Grčić says. Meanwhile, the opposition is blaming the government. Labour Party leader Dragutin Lesar says the Milanović government has demonstrated its incompetence when it comes to economic policy. The flu season in Croatia has been quite mild this year. Since the first reported case in December, the healthcare system has recorded 3,200 cases, a significantly lower figure than in recent years, where the number averaged several tens of thousands per flu season, according to the Croatian Public Health Institute. Nearly 300,000 flu shots for adults were ordered for this season, and there are plenty of them left over for those who still want to get the vaccine, the institute reports. In sports news, on the World Cup Alpine Skiing Tour, the men competed today in the final downhill of the season in Kvitfjell, Norway. Natko Zrnić was Croatia's only competitor, as teammate Ivica Kostelić chose to sit out the race to rest up for Sunday's Super G. Zrnić finished 43rd. In regional SEHA handball action, Croatia's Nexa take on Vardar from Macedonia at home in Osijek at 5 p.m. today with live coverage on HTV2. Meanwhile, Croatia's other representative in the league, Croatia Osiguranje Zagreb, are in Slovakia for a matchup against Tartan Prešov. This afternoon's forecast calls for moderate to heavy clouds with occasional rain along the coast. Tonight and overnight, expect heavier showers and thunder. The interior can count on variable weather with a chance of light rain by evening. Winds on the northern coast, a northeasterly, while further south, a high to gale force southeasterly will prevail. Afternoon highs will range from 11 to 16 degrees Celsius for most of the country and from 6 to 10 degrees in Gorski Kotar and Lika.